Hello and welcome. My name is Space Muffin, and this is the Void Strategy. So today we have a Sneed deck. We're obviously going to go with Sneed with Lead with Greed. You could also go with Mine is Money, but I kind of like Lead with Greed a little bit better. We have our Dark Spear Troll with Big Bad Voodoo. We have our Stonehoof Torn with Pummel. We have our Warsong Raider with Saboteur. We have our Harpies. Oh, oops, I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. We have our Harpies with Infectious Swipe. We have our Quillbore with Tunnel Vision. And of course, we have our Bat Rider with Enchanted Vials. So let's go ahead and get started. Awesome. So Sneed is not exactly the easiest deck to play against. We're going to have a pretty hard time against Maeve. But what we want to do is we want to start developing threats on the board. That's kind of what the name of the game is. What are they doing? I don't know. Okay, so they put Maeve out, taking advantage of that stuff there. But the advantage is we have a lot of flying units. They don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start creating distractions. We are going to start putting people out. And then anytime like those chests spawn, we just plop Sneed out. Like, bam. Just, oh, oops, I put Sneed out in the wrong one. But, I mean, you get the idea. Like, you just plop Sneed out, and as you can see, we kind of have a nice little party going. And once Sneed gets in the picture, once we have, multiple Quillbores out, there's really not much they can do. And it's relatively quick wins. So as mentioned before, Sneed is not exactly the easiest hero to play. He's not exactly S tier, but there are some tools we have in our bag that can kind of help us with what we want to do. So I like to get that Warsong Rider. I like to start assaulting his tower in this particular case. I'm not really terribly worried about that dude. Like, we have some pretty good options. And then we kind of bring in our guys, and then we just kind of do our thing. But I mean, he's doing a good job. He's doing a really good job. Plops, we're gonna plop some guys out. Ideally, we start popping Sneed, maybe stun some dudes. That's kind of the key here. So, not a terribly big deal, but, he is gaining a lot of momentum. Let's put out our Harpies. And actually, I'm going to play it safe here. We got to play it safe. So hopefully we can get a hit off. And he's stunned, and then we can mine a little bit. Let's plop Sneed out. And hopefully we can get a couple gold out. We can squeeze a little bit of gold out of the situation. And then I'm actually going to put the Warsong Rider over here so we get that Sneed before Greed. So we're looking good. Sometimes you do have to play it safe. You can't just go, guns blazing all the time. But as you can see, now we have an assault party, and we can just kind of start moving in. That's kind of the key there. So now he's being assaulted on every front. He has no gold. Like, we're just kind of moving in. And then we're kind of going to distract him with all this stuff. So, very good. One of the big questions that a lot of people would probably have is, what is this deck weak against? It's weak against a lot. Swarm, anti-death, such as, a Black Hand. Yeah, it's like stuff like Black Hand and things that just resurrect, like, we're going to have a little bit harder of a time. But as you can see, we can start gaining lots of momentum. Like, if they want to play the game of, like, we're just going to see what happens, then we can start gaining momentum. Now, it's very possible that this guy just may have it looks like he just gave up, to be frank. So, we'll go and get in another game. But while we're kind of, like, just playing against this guy that doesn't care, yeah, like, Sneed has some weaknesses, but I think it's fun and it can be viable. So because Sneed is kind of like slow, this is why like Baron Rivendare is so good, is because he's quick. You can start taking things fast. You can address threats quickly. So let's go ahead and start creating a little bit of a distraction over on this side. And what we will do is we will eventually play Sneed in an attempt to start taking stuff. So I hope this guy, like, is anyone, like, playing? Or, like, what is going on here? Oh, this is sad. This is so sad, guys. I'm so sorry. Hopefully your Sneed decks face more opponents. But you can kind of see the basic principle, you know? It's just like we rinse, wash, repeat. We gain gold, put out some Warsong Riders. And, you know, that's kind of the strategy here. Once again, it does not work all the time. You're going to have a hard time with flying units, such as the Harpies, because Sneed is, once again, he's slow, right? That's why you need the Warsong Rider to balance that out. Awesome. So there's some other Sneed decks that are kind of fun. There's like Smoke Bomb Sneed. Not really good in PvP, but still just kind of a fun deck in general. And we have to address these guys. So how are we going to do that is the question. Let's wait till he gets a little bit closer, and then let's start having some fun. Start stunning some dudes. Let's get that big bad voodoo going. So yeah, super good. So as you can see, like the res, you know, the res stuff is pretty intense, but not like unstoppable. So we're gonna put out our Warsong Rider to kind of get rid of that dude there, and obviously, you know, hopefully he can be destroyed by the time we get our flying unit out there to address Bloodhoof. So we're doing good. We still want to mine, so let's go ahead and do some mining. He's got the homegirl out. We're going to might not be able to get the mines off, so that might not be good, but okay, yeah, so obviously we didn't get that off, but we're making it happen. We're going to put out Sneed here pretty soon. The Bloodhoof's putting in the work. So we got to, once again, get those. So he knows that we need the chest. Like, he knows that. So that's kind of why he's going for that. We have a couple tricks up our sleeve to deal with that. So it's like spend 2 gold to get 4 gold. That's kind of like what I just did there. Or 6 gold. So, and then we can kind of meet his party with our party. And very good. Very good strategy getting rid of the homes there. But, you know, ideally we can hopefully get some stuff off here. So he's got that. Very good. We're going to put out Sneed again. Just hopefully so we can get that stuff going. He knows, once again, he knows that what we need. He kind of knows what the strategy here is, so not a big deal. Sneed's super duper tanky, so shouldn't have too much of a big deal getting rid of the Huntress. And then we go back for the gold, and then we kind of start a little mini assault there. He's going to take out the Harpies, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all, and then we just kind of do that, do some distractions. We're going to put out another Sneed, just so we can just keep the pressure on. That's kind of the key here, just keep that pressure on. Let Sneed do his thing. We're looking good, but, you know, he's mining too much. I'm allowing him to get too much gold. That's the issue here. So this seems to be a battle for this middle lane. So let's go ahead and give Sneed some backup. Very good. So let's do that. And let's put out Sneed there. So Harpies can come in. Hopefully get some damage off. Looks like we just did. Harpies are going to die, though. He gets resurrected. So that resurrection is super good against Sneed. But hopefully, yeah, so he's got the spear coming. What we're going to do is we're going to do that. Hopefully it's a little bit of a distraction before we can get some guys off. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an assault party going. This is why that the homegirl is so good. But at this point, we're just going to distract them until, like, hopefully the game ends. That's kind of the key here, is just keep distracting guys. And then hopefully, you know, we can get a Sneed off. So as you can see, like, we're probably going to win because we have more health than they do. Pretty basic strategy. Really fun game, though. Awesome. And so the thing about this game is, you know, once again, you got to do what's right for you. I'm only making suggestions, you know. This is kind of just based off of my experience. Hogger is going to be pretty dangerous to beat. Hogger is going to start gaining momentum, and we have to stop that momentum. So let's go and start getting our guys going. He's got the Harpies to answer us. Very good. We will plop out our Dark Spear Trolls to answer the Harpies. It's like, of course he's doing Harpies. Like that's a given. So we're going to go ahead and put out our own Harpies. He's going to get rid of them. Not really a terribly big deal. But hopefully we can maybe get some goal advantage here in a little bit. Plop out the War Song. Awesome. So in these particular situations, you don't really want to panic too hard. You know, you want to just do your thing, get your gold. You know, try to really... So as you can see, he's got a lot of flying units. This is going to be pretty hard to counter. So let's just hopefully try to get rid of some of these guys. He's gaining a lot of gold. We have to change up our strategy ever so slightly and just really see what he's going to do because we don't know. We don't know what his plan is, so... Could be doing anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so that by the time Sneed gets there, we got some nice stuff going. Very good. So he's really observing the situation. Okay, obviously we lagged out. Not a big deal. And we're back. Very possible that he may have lagged out, so we're not going to... That sucks, dude. I want to get like some good games in for you guys. All these games are kind of either laggy or they don't want to play or whatever, but at least you guys get to see the mechanics of the deck. Awesome, guys. We're going to do one more game, and then we are going to call it a day. So... yeah, so this is going to be a tough game, but let's go ahead and see what we can do. First and foremost, we got to get the middle. That's the name of this game. In fact, we're going to put all of our guys through the middle. Very good. Okay, so he knows what we're doing. We're going to get a massive army going. That's kind of the key here. Let the Raptors do their things. Not a big deal. We're going to put out another Sneed. So, like, we have a massive advantage right now, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going. But as you can see, Sneed is just not good against air units. So, he's going to start mining. We got to get rid of the miner. That's the bottom line. So, if we got to sacrifice 3 gold to get him over there and just get rid of that dude, let's do it. Then we got to get our own miner going. So as you can see, boom, quick game. Pretty easy. Awesome. So there you guys have it. Sneed, once again, not the easiest deck to play, but there's definitely some tweaks you can do and kind of try to make it your own. I think Sneed definitely needs a little bit of help, you know, but he's still really fun to play. So awesome, guys. I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. And please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.